We continue talking about this exciting upgrade topic. And what are we going to do today?
Let's now run through an actual upgrade on the vanilla side just to show the actual steps.
Wonderful.
Have created a trial environment with two websites already provisioned under standard data model, and I can see them under portal management app with some
The
models.
old app.
And they are under portal management app. And let's put this first. So the first tab is portal management app. And at the same time, I will open the portal pages management app. And we can see there's nothing inside here at the moment. And for this, we just want to kind of observe step by step what is happening during this
Cool.
process. So let's put it side by side. First tab is standard data model. Second tab is enhanced data model. Help me memorize
Brilliant.
that. Let's not touch it. And Microsoft does provide this documentation, which is I highly recommend you check out. It's the steps to basically the 4 main steps to migrate an enhanced data model to migrate from standard model to enhanced data model. And this is what we will go through today, is this part. And before doing that, I just want to highlight this enhanced data model for Power Pages is in GA. These two commands that we'll be using is currently still in preview. The tool itself is in
It is
preview.
misleading. I heard people saying, "Oh, we don't want to upgrade because it's still on preview." In fact, it's just set of tools are still on preview, and I don't think people should be concerned about this.
Yeah, exactly. That's one. Yeah, that's the thing that got me confused as well. Like, we just want to make it clear. Enhanced data model Power Pages sites are in GA. It's these two, which basically are the tools that's running PPAC Power Pages migrate data model. These commands are still in preview, so you might experience issues, and we will point out a few today as well. That's the things that we have encountered. And if I can scroll back to the top and have a high-level view to now on the two steps, to me, first step is step 0, which is what you do is a planning step. First step is basically you can run this command to generate a report that will highlight if there's any issue that you need to fix, or as a post-migration step. Step 2, 3, and 4 are basically migrated and check the migration status, and then after everything is migrated from the standard model to enhanced model, the last step is kind of, to me, it's a pointing to make the portal point to the enhanced data model. And with this, let's go into Visual Studio Code. So here, this is a run sheet, and it's actually the run sheet that we use for our environments, and it's kind of get more steps, and I'll get into it why I include certain steps, and it's the step 5, 6, and 8 that's really the PPAC Power Pages migrate data model steps. And before that, before the run sheet, we want to get two things. One is the website ID, the other one is the portal ID. Tell me, Olena, where do we get the website ID?
Sorry, we want to get the website ID.
Yes.
Yeah, you could probably get it from I think from the portal management somewhere. This is a website which is in a portal management against the website. Yeah.
So this is under ADX website. And I will, just for simplicity, I will put it here. So this is a custom service one. We might run into issues with this. Let's just try with this one first. And for the portal ID, you can get it from PPAC, from Power Platform Admin Center. You can also get it from the /services about on the portal if you run it. Which way do you think we should go today, Olena? Let's try this. So if I run my portal and I put slashes services about as a into the URL, I see what is the portal type, and I also get the portal ID.
I was muted myself. I was telling that I'm pretty sure everyone knows this URL because this is where we clear cache, and I think every portal developer knows this URL. It's still
it's a very handy when you don't need to go into PPAC Power Platform Admin Center. And let's put it here. Report site customization report is basically that's a way that this tool will help you flag some potential issues. Run this. So if I take this part, I have already connected to the correct environment.
Oh, what?
So this is one of the issues the migration tool can flag for you. You see that the command didn't run successfully, and that's one of the first issue we might encounter is that not every template is supported for migration. You can find what are the list of supported template from the previous page as well. This tool does tell you with your current website whether whether the site is on the template that is supported right now, and also it flags what are the relationships is basically not supported for migration.
I wonder if it's vanilla site, why would it not be supported?
Not every vanilla site is supported. It's based on what type of template is created from, and this part it does. Actually, can we park this? I will talk. We can talk in details about this in one of the issues that we may encounter. So for this one, we went through this exercise of getting the site URL. I'll just quickly grab the other site and let's try to run the other site, which is the this permit application one.
So what do people do if they have unsupported templates? They still wait till Microsoft releases?
Great question. Great question. Do you want to have a think about it? I don't think I have a perfect answer for that.
Right. Yeah, but it's really helpful. Yeah, so these are unsupported relationship which are coming from the unsupported template, and hopefully Microsoft's going to release those templates, like the extensions for these templates, or make them supported at some point in the future. Oh, this one is
created under template under this application processing. So all of the starter templates are supported. Application processing is supported, and this one is created under application processing, and it says Power Pages building permit, and let's put down the portal ID for this. I'm gonna just put it here. And the website ID, I will quickly grab it. It's the same.
So obviously different website and portal ID. Actually, thank you very much for showing this negative scenario straight away, because obviously not all people are going to have this supported templates. And
and to me, that's why this is step 0. And before you dive into app migration, running this report helps you to flag some potential issues that you might encounter. So let's run a different site now.
It's not as scary as it was for the first time we run it. It's almost, yeah.
So it's running, and you can see it's actually checking first. Check the required packages there.
It says it's connected to customer service. Is it something we wanted to check?
The environment name is
this is environment. Yeah.
Yes, and that's very important. Yes, learn for this. And you see now it's finished, and it tells me please find the report here. Baba.
I wonder if there is something in there, because I remember it being empty the first time we run it.
Yes. So if we look at the commands we are running PPAC, migration data model, and this site customization report path. We give it a path. The issue we had is that even though we create the path, getting to the path and run it from there, we didn't see any report in there. I think this definitely looks like it's improving.
Fixed.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's now it's telling. It's still not here. Maybe it's a permission issue. But it does not give me the like the information that it's in that path, and we can't find it anywhere. And the report basically helps to flag something like this. It tells me that if there's any fact checks mail using ADX name, not every.
Abby, can I check with you? So so you said you cannot find the report, but then
Yeah.
you say,
So right now.
Yeah.
Right now. When did we first time run this? This is part of the planning, right? I think we start this process within a few months ago.
Yeah, it was like maybe even 3 months ago.
3 months ago, more than 3 months ago. Now when I'm running this so I'm running this command under this repo, under this folder, and it's just a folder that I'm working with.
So it puts it in there, right? So
it puts into the folder that you run.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like it's put into the folder that where I'm running the command. It's not putting it to the
It's okay.
path.
At least you can find it somewhere.
And it's the best thing now. Like for me, this is
The
much more helpful.
Okay.
Yes, improvement. Please find the report here, and here there is a report.
Okay, that's good. And you said it created it. You could you could see it on the left hand side because you could see it straight away.
Because I'm under connected to a repository. Anyway, it's showing a different color. It kind of tells me what's being modified, which is very handy. And this is a CSV file. If you open it in Excel, it will be a bit easier to read for us. So we let's not switch the window back and forth. It's basically going to give you the information like this. So it's kind of flagging everything that it's got an ADX prefix with it. Not everything, you can go through this. Not everything requires a fix from our experience. And this.
I'm a bit surprised. There's still a vanilla site, right? So
yes, it's still a vanilla site, and it's a from me it looks like it's just flagging everything with the ADX prefix.
Amazing. Still not very helpful, but yeah, okay.
And we actually went through a similar exercise, not just for this. We went through the whole solution to get the
somewhere in documentation. If you, I don't know if I'm gonna ruin your
yes,
flow.
that's a really
if I will
point.
ask you in the migration documentation, we had this section pointing to potential issues. This is what we did for the first time. We considerations for the site customization. I don't know how much it helped us at that point. Like you mentioned, not everything we flagged were the actual issues, but I think it gives us more like we were more confident after going through this exercise and finding places which potentially could break and listing them all up.
Yep, exactly. So these are the 5 types of customization that could potentially have issue. Not everything. So basically for us, we had some custom logic on indentation, because our indentation has some logic we need to build in with it. And those logics are within plugin. And with the solution search, we find it. However, we find out that indentation is not an issue.
Yeah.
As
it's also invitation. It does not translate as we know now.
And also in fetch XML might be an issue if the actual table is migrated. It really depends on how heavily the site is customized, I guess. For us, we don't really use a lot of like front-end fetch XML. We try to keep everything as out of box as possible and use the permission to control what user sees.
I would actually want to record another session speaking about the over customizing the portal and the issues which I've run into recently. I had some discussions which I'm sure we can talk about in the next video. But in here is really if your site is too customized, then it's it's much scarier to upgrade. And some sites are not upgradable at all. So you have to bear in mind.
You might went through this exercise and find out you need like half a year of work to,
or maybe start
change
from
everything.
scratch and review, conceptually review. I think we should talk about this not unsupported. There's no such a, I never heard anything unsupported in the context of Power Pages specifically, but I heard lots of comments and say that portal developer must learn React, which is concerning. I think we should have another session speaking about the portal framework and Power Pages framework and how it's different. The development is different. Power Pages development is different from a web development, and highlighting these potential issues like it may just be okay for years, but then Microsoft actually does some like massive upgrade like this one, you're going to be in so much trouble if you prefer a web development or Power Pages development. I'm actually not sure why would you do that. But I think this list made us like, at least we had some list to look up after the upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. This is helpful as it's highlighting the 5 areas. However, I want to flag that what we're going to through today are not these fixes, even though it's important. This, to me, it should be part of planning after running the customization report. And also for I would highly recommend you not just do the portal, because there's backend logic as well. There's your plugin, there's your Power Automate. You want to find if there's anything in there as well. And to me, this is part of planning, and I guess it's different. With different project, each project really depends on how customized it is. For us, this website at the moment is in vanilla state, so let's just go ahead and try to migrate this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So we went through step 0, and this
more to go.
actual run sheet, and we get into the real upgrade now. This upgrade, for me, I put it as part of the pre-deployment steps as a checklist for when you decide to do this in an environment, and we have done this across multiple environments. First thing, you want to try to connect to the right environment, which I will not demo because I have done that, and we don't want to see the list as well. And second thing, let's start with step 2. First thing, and this is my habit. Before I running any command, I want to do a check. Just make sure that I'm connected to the right environment. So this is telling me that my organization is this one, which is expected. And in real life, all of these commands, you can do an environment extra parameter visit as well. It's also good that you always do this check first.
Yeah,
you don't want to
kind of scary, right? So you accidentally upgrading something you're not supposed to upgrade. That I think that's we all want to check first.
Yep, and then you do the environment backup maintenance mode, which is like it's optional. Highly recommend you do that. And from step 5, 6, and 8 are what's in that documentation for the 2, 3, and 4. This first part, run migration, is the actual running. You have this mode to run you have the option to just run the customization records as well. For me, we are running the Let's me put down the website ID first. Remember, before this, the Power Pages environment is completely empty. There's no websites in there. If I open Power Pages Management app, there was nothing in there. There was no website, no web pages.
I confirm.
Everything is under portal management. And let's go ahead and run this. And here it's telling me a few things. Current migration status is not started, which is as expected. And then it's doing the pre-checks. And then if everything is okay, if start doing this, it will take a little while. Try to download the whole site to a temporary location and then start doing.
So you download it to your local, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And I remember you previously had some issues with your computer, right? While you tried to download.
This command, this first command, run migration step 5, which is the step 2 in the documentation, is the part where I encountered the most issues, and we have we have listed all the issues that you might see.
Is that a network error? Is it one of those issues or not?
Yeah, this is one of the issues that we want to check as well. This is not a showstopper.
Mm-hmm.
If the error is not in red, it's not a showstopper.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually this basically tells me, okay, while it's running, let's go and check what is this. Oh, it's completed, and then it's running the reference data.
Abby, it's not scary anymore. How many times you run this actually?
We have 7 environments, right? And it's a fairly complex photo. So to me, it's like I feel like I've seen a lot of errors. So if it's not red, I'm not too concerned. Let's see what is this what is complaining here. It's actually a good exercise to cleanse the data as well. This is what I find. Even though this is vanilla side, there is something. Let's check this.
Here.
So that's
user information. I wonder why.
See the form here?
Yes.
It does not have content. Oh.
Yeah.
This is.
Do we need to check? You said it's not concerning, so it just didn't migrate it, or?
Yep.
Anyways,
we had something like this, where when it's flagging in this way, oh, it's still going. When it's flagging in this way, it says network error, something with the record ID, expecting non-empty grid. It's basically on the record itself. There is a reference that broken.
So what do you do with this form? What do you stop and rerun, or what do you do with this?
I do it as part of step 9, verify orphan records flagged. So I basically going to check each record and see if they're a genuinely broken orphan record, or it's something needs to be flagged and fixed.
But do they migrate it as often and then you fix it on the new, or you fix it before?
If it's flagged like this, my experience is not migrating it because it's a broken record, and it does because and it does happen quite a lot.
So what do you do? You basically have to rerun the same exercise again.
I will check
you fix
if it's a genuine broken record, or if it's something that should not exist. For example, there is table permission created, and that table down the track, like we might decide to remove it or delete the table. Like in that environment, there could be things like this, and that's a genuine broken record. That's a genuine like orphan record. So I would get a list of this part in the middle where it's like the arrow is in this format, and do it as a step 9.
On the new side, is it, do we expect now to see something on the Power Pages or not yet?
When the step now it's finished, we can actually go and check what is happening with that. First step, finish running. Actually, even when it's running, we will see records like creating in this environment. Now we can see everything is pages are created, websites are created.
Basic form. That one, they use the information.
Let's check what's happening with that. You see the form is not coming across.
So how do I get this form then across?
When the record is in this format, there is a record that is how to say, it's got a required field and it's not there. You can't create it. You need to fix it. You need to figure out whether, hey, maybe it's a solution. I didn't get that form, and then put the form in and link it and rerun it, or you decide to leave this. It's a if it's a record that needs to be cleaned up, you can just leave it in the ADX word.
Okay.
And yeah, it's interesting. Maybe it's something with solution or something. For this, I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to dig in to see this, but I guess with project upgrade, you want to know what is happening there. Okay. So this is step 2, run migration, and once it's successful, it will give you a site configuration data reference completed. You can now upgrade to. You can now upgrade. So right now, even the migration finishes, the site is still running against the standard model, unless we run this actual upgrade. Before that, you can run this step to let's run this Actually, it's probably good to do a replace or. Let's run this check migration status. And this is a command that you don't have to run on this step. You can run at the time that you want to check status. And this basically goes into the environment and check this website ID and tells you what is the status of current migration status of this. And it says it's completed. So, and then step 7, yeah, I would go in and check for your environment. And I recommend you to do that as well for like what we just did. We go into the environment and check, hey, the records looks like they all come across.
Migrated.
Okay, yeah. And then
it's time.
It's time, yes. And then this is the actual changing the pointing. And this step is fairly quick from my experience. So it's check the migration status first, and then it's done.
So Abby, how do I check that this step is successful?
Yeah. So now it's the migration is done, and we have a few more steps, which I don't think we need to go into those because those are optional, and most of the steps we will get to them when we go to the issues part. If we go back to D365, portal management and Power Pages management still stays the same. And if you go into the Design Studio or go to PPAC, either way, depending on which way you like to go, to open the website to check the model. And by the way, you can get portal ID from here as well. It's in the URL. Yay!
It does show intent.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So now, awesome. Okay, so this is the steps to migrate a vanilla site. And of course, in real life, there will be a lot of planning and testing. And I hope this is helpful at least to.
Too scary,
yes.
yeah.
It's scary.
I think it's awesomely helpful. I wish someone would release this video when we were starting. It was pretty scary.
Yes, and I want to put, before we wrap up, this is the steps that we went through. Step 5, 6, and 8 are the actual all of the commands that you see as PPAC, Power Pages, migrate data model are from that documentation. The rest is something we think is going to be helpful, and I hope this is helpful to you as well. Yeah, and that's for the vanilla site migration.
I think it's super helpful, Abby. Thank you so much for taking us through this. And also thank you very much for running the actual upgrade. It is a massive exercise, and I'm glad we're on a new model now.
And thank you for, I know this tool is in preview right now, but to me, it's I know that, and thanks for going back to Microsoft when we have issues and when we need to ask questions. This is the exercise we have went through, and we have successfully upgraded a fairly complex portal from development environment to multiple environments all the way up to production. And to me, this is something achievable. And I hope if anyone want to go through this exercise, it's going to be helpful.
I think it's something which people could put on their New Year resolution list for the next year to go through the checks, and please let us know how you go. If your template is in the list of supported templates, and let us know if we can help with some advice, or if you're still waiting for your template to be cleared by Microsoft, and fingers crossed you're going to get it sooner rather than later. And thank you very much for watching this.
Yes.
And yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.